evening, friends. This is Frances Langford bringing you a part of the American scene, Maxwell House Coffee Time. May we come in?
It's Maxwell House Coffee Time, brought to you each week by Maxwell House, the coffee that's bought and enjoyed by more people than any other brand of coffee in the world at any price. So have another cup of coffee and listen to 30 minutes of words and music and reminiscence. The voice of Eloise, the Maxwell House Orchestra and Choir, under the baton of Carmen Dragon. This is Toby Reed, and here is your hostess, Frances Langford.
That I'll go where you go. I choose you, won't lose you. I wish you knew how much I long to hold you in my arms. This time is my time. Will soon be goodbye time. Then in the starlight, hold me tight. With one more little kiss, say 99.
Frances, would you ever consider coming on the air with a slow, dreamy song that would put your audience in a romantic mood?
I'd be afraid to, Toby. Might put you to sleep.
You know, I'd like to be sleeping right now.
You know, I don't doubt it.
Well, I'd like to be stretched out on a South Sea Island beach with native girls fanning me.
Oh, brother.
And I'd like a great big moon to look at, and someone like you to sing to me.
A song about the islands, doubtless.
Doubtless indeed. Do you know what I mean, Carmen? Yeah, that's what I mean. Sing to me, Frances.
The moon of the night with magic colonies and charms. The moon of Manakura came in sight and brought you to my eager arms. Soon will rise again above the island shore. Then I'll behold it in your dusky eyes, and you'll be in my arms once more.
Moon of Manakura. Sometime when you're enjoying a lovely song like this, notice how skillfully a gifted conductor uses the many different instruments of the orchestra to develop the full beauty of this theme. The strings, the woodwinds, the brasses, and the rhythm section, too. Each and every instrument is carefully selected for its own unique quality of tone, then expertly combined to create a harmonious blending no single instrument could ever match. As it is with the performance of good music, so too with the creation of Maxwell House Coffee. Into the world-famous Maxwell House blend goes not one, but many superb coffees, each chosen with scrupulous care for its own very special flavor qualities. Our Maxwell House experts choose Manizales for mellowness. They select Medellins for richness. They add equally famous coffees for robust vigor. And they blend in Bucaramangas for fine, full body. The result? Coffee at the peak of perfection. A blend so completely delicious, it's actually bought and enjoyed by more people than any other brand of coffee in the world. So why not enjoy the very best in coffee drinking pleasure? You can for just a fraction of a penny more per cup than the cheapest coffee sold. Just say Maxwell House, always good to the last drop.
And you'll be in my arms once more.
That was soothing, Francis. Very soothing.
Well, prepare yourself for a jolt, man, because one's coming.
Are we going to get active again?
We've got to accelerate, Toby. Stop thinking Largo, think Allegro.
You know, no one but the musicians are going to understand you.
Largo is slow, languid, beautiful. Allegro is fast, bright, and quick.
I was afraid of that.
Our next number is definitely in the Allegro tempo. It's a 1947 hillbilly rumpus called Feudin' and Fightin', and Carmen Dragon, the orchestra, and the choir are going to shoot it out. Stand back, everyone, because here they come.
Feudin' and fightin' and a fightin'. Sometimes it gets to be exciting. Don't like them honoring neighbors down by the creek. We'll be plumb out of neighbors next week. Grandma, poor old Grandma, why'd they have to shoot for Grandma? She lies deep in clover. Someone caught her bending over. Picking up a daisy, just picking up a daisy. Feudin' and fussing and a fighting. This is a wrong that needs a righting. Let's get the funeral service over, so then we can start in a feudin' again. Daughter, baby daughter, poisoned all the neighbors' chickens. Daughter had an order, at least till she could run like the Dickens. They hit her with a shovel, they hit her with a shovel. Feudin' and fussing and a fighting. No use for standing here and cussing. Let's give that daughter a pistol now that she's for us, and go feuding and fighting some more.
This song is for you if your world is narrowed down to one person. It's for you if your dreams reach the height of a cottage and the breadth of a garden. It's for you if you can think of the future only in terms of the plural, never in the singular. It's for you if you've reached a state of heart where every love song seems to have been written for you.
There is no greater love than what I feel for you. No greater love, no heart so true. There is no greater thrill than what you bring to me. No sweeter song than what you sing. been seen is many different things. It's the barefooted kid walking down a country road with a fishing pole over his shoulder. And it's the girl curled up in a hammock reading The Wizard of Oz. It's these days when the relatives are liable to come to visit or to park their kids while they take a vacation.
Francis, let's have a barbecue.
I think a barbecue stinks.
Turnip.
It isn't fair. I tell you, it isn't fair that we should have him on our hands and have cousins coming too.
They're not here yet.
Well, I wanted to have a barbecue.
Well, let's have one. Can you barbecue a steak?
Can I barbecue a steak? I'll have you know I've barbecued more steaks than people have ever eaten.
You can say that again.
I'll have you know I've barbecued... You keep out of there!
Temper.
Turnip, be still.
I never had to be still at home.
Turnip. Isn't that a ridiculous nickname for a child?
What do they call you?
They called me... Never you mind. Are you sure these people who are coming are legitimate cousins, Francis?
I guess so. Why?
We get so many letters every summer from people claiming to be cousins. Some of them have to be imposters. I only had 2 uncles, and they couldn't possibly have been that prolific.
What's prolific?
Huh?
What's prolific?
Never you mind. You'll know soon enough. When are they coming?
They said they'd let us know.
I'll bet they stink.
Turnip, you're not to use that word.
Holly uses it.
Holly's being very naughty when she does. It's not a nice word for a little girl.
But I'm a little boy.
It's not nice for a little boy either.
Why?
It just isn't.
Why?
Because I say so.
Why?
You know he can keep that up as long as you can.
I don't like you.
Why?
I don't know. It must be your face.
What's wrong with my face?
It doesn't look like a face.
Oh, he doesn't.
Uncle Frank, does God love everybody?
Yes, everybody.
Even you?
Why?
Pop, he's only a baby.
Baby nothing. He's a monster. I don't know why they ever gave him a nickname like Turnip. That's a terrible thing to do to a vegetable.
Hey, anybody out there?
Hello, Toby.
Hi, Toby.
Hi.
Hey, I've got something on I want you to meet here. This is my new neighbor, Carmen Dragon.
Hello.
You look up at the new neighbor and you think to yourself, well, things are picking up around here. And he smiles at you. The kind of smile that flops your heart over like a pancake turner. And you think, and you wonder what he's thinking.
You stand there meeting the people, and you think to yourself, I wonder how soon I can get out of here. I'm hungry.
Carmen's new in town, and I thought I'd show him around.
Oh, well, we'd be delighted to show him around, too. Wouldn't we, Pop?
Say no, Uncle Frank. The guy's a dope.
Turner. Children can be such a trial, can't they?
Especially when they grow up into people.
I like children myself.
You do? Oh, that's wonderful. It's nice to meet a man that likes children.
I like children.
I don't.
I don't blame you.
Now, you take most men. Most men would have been very angry at Turnip for saying that. But you have understanding. Oh, it's wonderful to have understanding.
Isn't that disgusting?
When you're my age, you'll think it's charming.
Are you going to be with us all summer, Mr. Dragon?
Well, it looks that way.
Well, I hope we'll be seeing a lot of you.
Yes, both of us. Francis and I are practically engaged.
Of course, it's only practically. You look up at the new man and you think to yourself, I can't imagine why I was in such a hurry to get married.
Of course, practically is pretty definitely.
Well, congratulations. I can see you're a lucky man.
You think to yourself, darn Toby anyhow. You think that practically was positively.
Well, I think we'd better be running along.
Oh, surely not so soon. Won't you down, Mr. Dragon?
You don't have time to sit down, do you, Carmen?
You take a good look at the girl, and she's aiming a smile at you that goes straight for its target and quivers there. You know you should get out, and quick. But you don't seem to have the locomotion to do it. And you find yourself thinking, hey, this is for me. So you say, oh, I have plenty of time.
Don't you have to get back to work, Toby?
No.
Attaboy, Toby. Never retreat. Never retreat under fire.
You're a coward. You usually live longer.
You know, I'd almost forgotten you were here. It was a lovely feeling.
I've got a feeling I'm going to like this town.
I hope so.
What do you do, Mr. Dragon? Are you a professional man?
I think so. I'm a musician.
Long hair or short?
Well, that depends on whether I'm working.
Musicians never work very steadily, do they?
Well, any theatrical job has its ups and downs.
He'd be a poor risk, Francis. Turnip.
I work steadily. My job may not be glamorous, but it's very steady.
I think there's a lot to be said for a glamorous job.
Oh, you do. Francis, I must say that you seem very unstable today.
You do. Carmen, we're having a barbecue tonight. Wouldn't you like to come?
You think to yourself, a barbecue. Oh, brother, how I hate those burnt steaks and warm potato salad. But she smiles at you again, and you're dead. Thanks, I'd love to.
It's a shame you don't like barbecues, Toby.
I love barbecue.
Why, Toby Root, you know very well that every time we talk about having one, you carry on something awful.
Well, I've changed in the last few minutes.
You look at Toby, and all of a sudden it hits you, and you think, why, he's jealous. Bless his little green heart, he really is.
What are you looking so grim about, Toby? Where's your sense of humor?
You ought to know. You destroyed it.
Son, there's bad news tonight.
Is this a kid or a commentator?
Turnip can be very frightening, can't he?
I'll say.
Wait until you see him when he wears both his heads.
So you have a barbecue. How are you doing, Pop?
Confounded smoke. Something's wrong with the wood.
No, it isn't. You just put too much on.
Oh, mind your own wood.
Take some off.
If you don't shut up, something else is going to be burning around here.
You planning on going up and smoke too?
Francis, where are the steaks?
Right here, Pop.
All right, I'll slap them on.
You're supposed to put salt and pepper and butter on first.
Would you like to fix these steaks?
Sure.
Francis, will you shut that child up in a cage someplace? It takes concentration to do a thing like this.
You're burning the steak.
Francis!
How you doing, Mr. Hogg? You need any help?
No.
You should put salt and pepper and butter on those steaks first, you know.
I belong to the olive oil school myself.
Olive oil stinks.
You're not supposed to use it for perfume.
How are the steaks doing?
I haven't asked him lately.
Hey, aren't you going to put salt and pepper and butter on them?
This coaching from the sidelines has got to stop. How can a man concentrate on his work?
Hey, the fire's too high. Those steaks are going to catch fire.
Are you inferring that I don't know how to manage a fire?
Those steaks are going to catch on fire, Mr. Hogg.
They sure are.
They are not.
Pop, don't poke the fire like that.
There go the steaks.
I know an awfully good restaurant down the road. Awfully good.
So you all go down to the awfully good restaurant down the road. You sit there, and nobody says very much.
It really wasn't your fault, Uncle Frank. The wood was no good. Olive oil is lots better than salt and pepper and butter.
Yeah.
I wasn't in much of a mood for steaks today anyhow.
No, neither was I.
Oh.
There'll be another Sunday, won't there, Francis?
Yes, of course there'll be another Sunday.
I thought I knew it all, didn't I? I couldn't listen. No, not me. You know something? There was too much wood on the fire, and I did poke it too much, and you should put salt and pepper and butter on. Oh, but you never can tell your old man, can you, Francis? He always has to find out for himself.
You were magnificent through the whole thing, Pop.
Yeah, a magnificent fool.
Yeah.
Yeah, you don't have to agree with that.
Yes, I do.
And suddenly you all start to laugh. You laugh until your sides ache, and you think, there's a spirit that's a wonderful part of the American scene. That spirit that makes a man able to laugh at himself when he skids on a banana peel or burns the steak. And you think, there'll be other barbecues, lots of them, because summer barbecues and the fun and laughs that go with them are a wonderful, light-hearted part of the backyards and patios and gardens on the American scene.
Barbecue a hot dog, barbecue a steak in the good old American way.
A barbecue at home. Yes, it's a great time of year for backyard cooking, Francis.
And if I know my backyard cooks, right along with the main dish, there'll be the tantalizing aroma of coffee, Toby.
Meaning Maxwell House, of course. Yes, like barbecue suppers at home these days, Maxwell House is a real part of the American scene, too. And remember this fact. Today, with over 1,000 coffee brands to choose from, more people buy and enjoy Maxwell House than any other brand of coffee at any price. Now, what's behind this popularity story? It's flavor, of course. That good to the last drop Maxwell House flavor that results from the masterful blending of choice Latin American coffees, radiant roasted to perfection. Flavor plus value. For with all this extra flavor, Maxwell House costs but a fraction of a penny more per cup than the cheapest coffee sold. Right now, it's National Iced Coffee Week, and a good time to remember the pleasures of iced coffee. You know, icing is a real test of coffee flavor, and the Maxwell House flavor really stands up. Brings you a summertime drink that's tops, but hot or iced. Make sure it's Maxwell House. Always good to the last drop.
When they first hung out their musical shingle together in 1920. But from then on, their place on the American scene was assured. Over 20 years of music came between the first curtain and the last of their collaboration. Hundreds of hits bearing those magical words, lyrics by Lorenz Hart, music by Richard Rodgers. And now Carmen Dragon, Eloise, the choir and I would like to bring you some of this music. Monsieur?
Oui, oui.
S'il vous plaît?
Oui, oui, Mimi.
Merci.
You funny little good-for-nothing Mimi. Am I the kind, Mimi? You sunny little honey of a Mimi. I'm aiming high, Mimi. You've got me sad and dreamy. You'd free me if you see me, Mimi. You know I'd like to have a little son of a Mimi by and by. Won't you Mimi by and by? Won't you huh? Won't you huh? Won't you Mimi by and by? Won't you Mimi by and by?
With a song in my heart, I behold your adorable face, just a song at the start, but it soon is a hymn to your grace. When the music swells, I'm touching your hand. It tells that you're standing near. At the sound of your voice, heaven opens its portals to me. Can I help but rejoice that a song such as ours came to be? But I always knew I would live life through with a song in my heart for you.
There was a hotel with a waiting well. I wish that we were
again next week at Maxwell House Coffee Time. We'll have more words and music for you, so we hope you'll join us over your Maxwell House coffee cups. And for Eloise, Carmen Dragon, Toby Reed, the orchestra, the choir, and myself, good night.
And now until next Thursday, good night and good luck from the makers of Maxwell House, America's #1 preferred brand of coffee. Always good to the last drop. And now stay tuned in for Kraft Music Hall, which follows immediately over most of these stations.
What did the detective say to the police sergeant?
Jello puddings are back, and this here crook is mighty smart, Sarge. He didn't touch the jewels. He only took the Jello pudding.
Jello puddings are back at your grocer's right now. Jello chocolate pudding, Jello butterscotch pudding, Jello vanilla pudding, with flavor that's best by your own taste test. Rich and smooth as cream. They're made with milk and nourishing. They cook in just about 5 minutes. That's Jello puddings. You never tasted anything better.
This is NBC, the National Broadcasting